Hello, ladies, gents, and tuckered out cats tired of playing. We return to the daily challenge of Spelunky. It is the 5th. It is the 5th of January of 2019. I was playing with the cat. She looked real cute. I had to make an introduction with her for the extra clicks. It's very important to me to exploit my pets. I guess I only have one pet. I do have a lizard as well, but that's like my wife's pet. Excellent point of damage right there by the bat humiliating me properly. I appreciate you. Just a little bit of retribution to my pet exploitation for the cheap likes. Hit that, smash that like button if you like seeing Luna at the start of the video. If you don't hit the like button, I know you're a cat hater that just doesn't deserve to even be in this world. That is my evaluation of you right now. If you didn't just smash, just crush and completely obliterate the like button, all those expressions that a YouTuber must use these days in order to create some engagement. The more I do this, the more self-aware and meta the commentary gets. At some point I'm going to start talking about stats every single day, the stats of the channel every single day, and never even mention Spelunky happening on screen. There is some instruments of destruction in the shop owned by that man, and he's going to deserve every bit of violence done against him. Luna, your time in the limelight is over. I am no longer going to pay any attention to you. You serve your purpose. Now you must just be quiet and not disturb me. Like, what, do you think that I care about you in any kind of sincere way? I was just using you, just like I use my 5th grade girlfriend. I don't even know the grades in America. It goes up to like, what, 12th grade? So I think 5th grade would be I am 8. So probably not a time to have a girlfriend. My 10th grade girlfriend, how about that? I used my 10th grade girlfriend to get better grades because she was the teacher's pet, and she totally put in a good word for me, and then she snuck into the teacher's study, and she changed my grades on my exam. And after that, I just dumped her ass so hard after I could no longer use her. And that is the story of how I first became a psychopath. No, that would be a sociopath, right? Being a complete piece of trash to the people around you, but not really jump to making them suffer. There you go. Ooh, nice, beautiful price. Given to me by Spelunky gods. This seed is already looking much better than the previous one. What, Luna? What? She just keeps sitting there looking at me. I can't stand it. Luna. Luna. Ooh. Don't fall over. Luna. You're all tuckered out. Just lay down and go to sleep, okay? I'll put her on my lap so she's quiet. So that's going to impact my spelunking a great deal. If from here on out, if I'm incompetent, my performance is faulty in any way, blame the damn cat. It's all her fault, not me. It's all her freaking fault. Sweet, great, more bombs, man. I appreciate you, Spelunky. I appreciate you a great deal. Very happy to see all this good stuff happening. I am even tempted to use a bomb to blow up pots at this rate. It's so nice. So nice. I don't think I can get back up though. Already some ghost action. I guess we'll get this ghosted and then maybe descend, grab another pot, put it right next to those. Yeah, ghost me some sweet gems. Is there a way around this ghost? I hope so. And I hope this cat does not distract me from running around it, because boy is she nudging my arm right now. Luna, lay down and be quiet. Stop it. Stop it with the affection. Alright, give me that money. Oh, wait. There's some more. The diamonds right here. Oh yeah. I think we're done. Oh no, there's also inventory right there, and of course we gotta leave with the shotgun, but this is all looking very efficient, very fast. I am pleased by how quickly this stuff got done. And this should be a piece of cake. Easy day. Piece of cake. It's a meme at my workplace because there used to be a supervisor. God damn it. I was supposed to grab that diamond. There used to be a supervisor. Every day he would say, he would stand there and people would wonder how the day was like. It's an easy day. Piece of cake. And it just became a meme. It was somewhat affectionate of the guy. Now it's mostly mockery because he turned out to be a horrible thief. And he got fired for it. What a wonderful... I've already told this story in the past. I don't want to like identify people. I don't know how you know, you never know who might listen to this stuff, and then I get sued for defamation or something stupid like that. But yeah, he is no longer at the post office. It's so silly, and this is so, oopsie. I am so sorry, Matilda. I did not do it for you today. And she needs you. Do it for Matilda. Did not do it for Matilda today. I am sorry, Alt J. Did not get it done. Delicious gems. Shall be actually probably want to whip them from there. Do I? Probably easy. Just whip that shit. Just whip that garbage. Matilda got murdered. There's a lot of gems up there. Very happy to see also this crazy person. I think we're going to spend more bombs than usual killing this man. Will this work? I don't know. Oh yeah! that was just beautiful. Whoopsie! I just dropped my shotgun. And now I don't have a shotgun. Damn it! Stupid. Oh my goodness, Luna, you could not be in a more awkward position. You could not be in a more awkward... No, I don't want to come down here. Bump my way out. What you got, my friend? Oh, you're a slave driver. I see. Why are there no ropes anywhere? We're just going to blow our way down so that we can come back up. It's pretty damn silly. Gronk got utterly destroyed. A lot of gems all over the place. All over the place. Not much option to get them just yet because I was a total moron. And I let go of my means of transportation and my means of murder. Should be a shopkeeper somewhere around here. Probably on his way. Oh boy. Oh. He came out of there, it's like, I'm here, bitch, I'm watching you. And then he came back out. He went back to his cubby hole. It's like, yeah, don't think you're safe. Oh boy, we gotta get things ghosted, so let's prioritize that I suppose. Whoa, this is not triggered. Oh boy. Alright, I kinda need to make my way back up. So we're doing it like this. Can I reach? I can't. Why? Why? All that money. I'm losing out on the money. The ruby. The ruby will be gotten. Will be gotten at some point. Give me that the vault. My goodness, what a pain in the butt when you ain't got no way to traverse the level. It's super difficult to manipulate things. Oh boy. Alright, having this shotgun will really help me out. Oh, man, that was a traumatic experience. This entire thing was just a traumatic experience. I don't want to ever repeat that whole thing. Now with the shotgun we can do a little bit better, but still not great. It's just so difficult to navigate the level. We gotta get around this ghost as well, so let's do something like this. Alright. Go back up. Very upsetting too to have to spend so many explosives. Just getting around the place, but I don't want to spend my last rope. I feel that would be very, very dumb. So the game gave me bombs, let's use them. makes sense. There's also all these gems over here. Wonder where the shop... Oh, he's dead. Very happy to see that. I'm very happy that my enemies have suffered a horrendous, humiliating demise by their very own hand. The money that belongs to them. That's triggered. I really don't like this. Like, how do I get around this ghost? Probably right here. Whoopla. Alright. Let's go over here. So I did have access to that shotgun. I was just kind of bad at it. I must have this diamond. There's no way I'm leaving that diamond behind, so we gotta face this crazy person that manages to come out of his hidey hole at exactly the right time every time, and then he goes back into his lair waiting for me. I hate him. Whoa, that was slightly too close. Oh boy. This guy. Let's get the ghost all the way to the corner. Maybe we'll have a much better time getting this shopkeeper murdered. Don't trap yourself though. Okay, this will be safe. We'll be safe right up here. Apropos of nothing. Just popped into my mind, or why not talk about it? Got my wife a PS4 for Christmas. Can finally play Bloodborne. Not going to play on the channel though, because one, that is, you know, capturing PlayStation footage, and I don't have the equipment for that or the will to set it all up. I was like, I don't even wanna play through Bloodborne on the channel, but I will eventually get to it. What I have been playing though is Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like I got it for her, the PlayStation. She asked me for it, and she wanted, because she really wanted to play God of War. Don't ask me why. Like, she has never been interested in the God of War franchise, but the latest God of War she must have. I just have not asked her. For some reason I haven't asked her. So what got you interested in that game? I don't know why I haven't asked her either. It's just all a mystery. The entire process was a mystery. She asked me for a PS4, and I was like, oh really, what got you interested in it? I just want to play God of War. I never inquire further, so I don't know why that whole thing stopped right there, but it's the truth, it's the story. We're going to just pick this up and never come back up. She hasn't installed it though. She installed the first Horizon Zero Dawn. Kind of caught her eye a little bit more than the macho dudes of God of War. She was like, this looks like an interesting game. Badass females, kind of pretty much a superhero. Playing some harmless representation, identity politics kind of stuff. That's the thing, though. Oh no, oh here we go again. It's like, that's the harmless kind of representation, positive kind of thing. When you go into, there are too many Asians here, we require more Latino people in this room, that's when identity politics goes awry. When you start, like, the entire story, like, it has a reason. Like, the entire culture in Horizon Zero Dawn, you start out in this tribe that is purely matriarchal, and you are a female warrior, or rather an exile that becomes a warrior of the tribe, kind of reluctantly, because she doesn't really like the people in the tribe, because they exiled her at birth, and it was all a load of bullshit and that kind of stuff. Like, there's a narrative reason. Like, this entire culture is matriarchal. That's the way they made it, and then they introduce other cultures in the game that don't function like that. So it's not like they are, and in fact it comes out as like the culture is extremely superstitious, the tribal culture that you start in, and they're pretty much backwards, really short-sighted and dumb people. Not really dumb, more like exactly that, superstitious, to the point of their own detriment of their society. They have all these rules and customs and stuff, but it never makes an effort to say, yeah, the matriarchal society, that's where it's at, you know. It's not like, it's just a culture among all the other cultures, and it's not better or worse for being matriarchal. It's just the way it is, and it's just presented in a fair, beating you over the head manner. And that's what I really appreciate. Like, for example, in Black Mirror, like, I have noticed, and this is something that plenty of people have noticed, like, hardly ever there will be an actor that is light-skinned, let's put it that way. Hardly ever. But do they ever mention it? No, they just happen. They just happen to be not white. And clearly there is an effort to put actors that are not white, but at least they don't make they don't make the point. They don't beat you over the head with it. They just present it on screen. Look, these actors are pretty damn great, and their skin color is not the skin color you might be used to. They don't even point at it. It's just the way it is in Black Mirror. And I already explained or talked about Black Mirror kind of declined a lot in quality. But that it doesn't really feel like it's because of that. It just feels like the writers ran out of ideas pretty much. It's like the writers were like, well, we said all the things we wanted to say with the show, but we got another season, so we better make something up. And the quality I feel suffer very much. I'm trying to in this place, this entire level, I'm trying to figure out how to murder that guy, get the money that I want to get the Ujjarai, and still not die to this stupid ghost, because this ghost is the most inconvenient ghost I've seen in quite some time. It's extremely annoying the way this ghost is pissing me off. And I didn't really want to drop down here because now I'm stuck. Thankfully, this guy's dead. We just gonna... This is not what I wanted. There goes my last rope. I wanted to grab the shotgun. Instead, I grabbed the corpse. One of the few times where I don't want to grab the corpse, I want to grab the firearm. I love handling dead people most of my days. Not today. Well, very, very upset. Very upset about not having ropes anywhere. Some seeds, they give you ropes all the time. Some other times, they give you nothing. They give you only bombs. At least they give you something. Some seeds, they give you nothing at all. Anyway, the whole thing that I was talking about is like, I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn way more than my wife has. She just likes to watch me play. I put it in ultra hard and she loves to watch me die over and over again. There is a black market somewhere around here. Here? No? Down here? Where is it? I'm assuming it's going to be right down here. Aha! I think we need to get in there, but we still don't know. Still don't know. For her, it's like watching a movie. She likes to watch me play video games. Which is weird because she doesn't watch these videos. Oh boy! Oh no! Thank you, Parachute, for saving my life. I am stuck between a tiki trap and a frog place. This is so awful. This entire situation on not being able to get around. I can't even get up there. My shotgun is forever lost to time. Not really. I'm trying to get back to it. There we go. There you go. And there's a gap here. But there's no real way down. No way back up. Okay, off goes the shotgun. There's my torch. Alright. No. Want this filthy thing gone. Oh, that's so helpful. Thank you, Frog Jesus. Alright, we're going to go in here. We're going to start bombing our way through. I think this entire level needs to be dismissed. Like, this dark level is not just dark, it's just nightmarish. My torch has gone down. It's somewhere around here, Black Market. I think I'm on top of it right now. I'm just hoping there's no... I'm simply hoping there's no vault in this level. Oh man, there's an idol. Well, the idol is easy enough. The idol is easy enough. I'm hoping that there's no vault in this level. This dark level is the worst without ropes, so let's just go for the exit. I really hate it. I hate leaving behind stuff. There could have been a number of things, like there was half a level we did not get to see. But let's simply hope. Let's simply hope that no bad things happen to me as I enter this place. Okay, okay. Calm down. So good. You just gotta keep calm. Wait for the crazy person. This is terrible. We're going to throw another bomb over there. Pretty sure this shopkeeper is gone by now. Just in case, we're going to shoot down this lane. Hey, some climbing gloves. Thank you so much. Sad to have wasted bombs as well, but holy crap. So far, everything's been so complicated, so difficult. So a gaggle of shopkeepers down there, a lunacy of shopkeepers. We have established that's the way to refer to a group of shopkeepers. A lunacy of shopkeepers. I'm going to stand here and start shooting. Like mustachioed fish in a barrel. They also come. They also come to all of my barrage. We have tried and true way of dealing with this guy. That was not a try and true at all. Oh. Damn it. That's not going to work out in my favor. Not happy about how that all unfolded. He managed to get super lucky and avoid the stun from the corpse. Very annoying. For a better person than that, but hey, we got some ropes. They saved, we got ropes. At the very least, I'll always be able now to hang myself. If this scene does not improve. I mean, the bombs are good. Okay, fella. That is terrible. I forgot that I had a shotgun in my hands. I mean, what do you want me to do at this point? Finally! A corpse has done my bidding. Give me that sweet unk resurrection. We're going to leave this place. Pretty sure there was not a whole lot of gems that I can get to. I didn't see them anyway. Stop without. Alright, let's go down there. So what do I feel about Horizon Zero Dawn? It's actually a really great game. I've been getting used to playing with a controller, and man, it's so much more imprecise, so less precise than mouse and keyboard. I wish I could play that game with mouse and keyboard. I'm pretty sure there should be. If there is not, there should be a mouse and keyboard setup for the PlayStation 4. It's pretty much a PC at this rate. You have to install the games. The days of plopping in the disc and going to town are over. I didn't know that. I have not used consoles in so long that I was not aware at this time you have to fully install your video game into the console in order to play it. I thought that, oh, I'll just pop in the disc and it will load the disc and we will play. Just like I used to do with my Saturn. Just like my Saturn used to do. It will just load up the disc and play. But no, these days you need a massive hard drive in your PlayStation and you need to install the game. I mean, I understand why you can't get super high fidelity and reasonable load times without an actual hard drive these days. So I get why it's like that. You just have no real choice. There's no technical options for you. You gotta install the games, but it's weird, isn't it? It's like at this point, might as well just get a PC. But of course, a gaming PC is more pricey and more fiddly than just having a console. But you get, you know, all the wonderful benefits of having a gaming PC. Not least of all, the insane amount of excellent games that you can play. PlayStation 4 catalog, pretty limited, just like every other console out there. Compared to the PC, you just install it Steam, thousands, literal thousands and thousands of games to play. Most of them of extremely high caliber, so definitely not missing out if you're only a PC player, but there were some exclusives that we always had our eye on. And we finally broke down, got our PS4 for Christmas. Okay, that's not the way I wanted things to go. Well, I accept it. I wanted that money and I risked life and limb for it to get it. I think we're going to destroy this ticket trap. It's just kind of pissing me off that it exists. And then, once again, I have let go of my shotgun. Nothing new there. Great game, by the way. I keep getting sidetracked of the peripheral experience of playing video games on a console. The game itself is basically Assassin's Creed with a different coat of paint. You do quests that you don't really have much choice in. It's like it's not really open world adventure. It's an adventure in a massive world and linear quests. How about that? Extremely linear. There's some choices sometimes of things you can do. They have no bearing whatsoever on anything, at least so far in my experience. It's just little bit of flavor choices. Of do you want to throw a rock at this kid's face, which doesn't even get to his face. He gets shot out of the sky. Psh! Nonsense, if you ask me. Of course I picked that option. I don't know if you... the other option was to put the rock down or to throw the rock at it to disarm him, but no. Throw the rock to kill. Like, if you got a bully, you have a small window of opportunity to fight back. You better murder that mofo. Because if you don't murder them, they will punch you back. So, here's my advice from me to you. Life advice that you should live by. Murder the people that wrong you. You must do it. Otherwise, you will always be bullied. Would you rather be bullied or would you rather be in prison? The choice is yours. You choose prison every time. I hate this guy and everything he represents. I am pretty damn certain he's part of the patriarchy, keeping me down. The filthy bigot. Please, please, please. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. This stupid jump 2.0 is just too complicated for me. I might just bum my way through. It's so annoying. The entire seat today has just been infuriating of situations that are just really hard to get around. This shopkeeper being a scumbag. Stuck at the exit. Let's see if we can jump down there and gun him down. Maybe just ignore him. Or maybe just casually stomp him through no merit of my own. That worked out. Calculated. 100% calculated. Everything good that happens in the East Daily Challenge, 100% calculated. Get away from me, you psycho frog. Oh my goodness. Jungle. Why is it so murderous? Why does this keep happening to me? Ah! This overpowered amphibian's always after me. Spring shoes down here. Wow, plenty of pair too. Plenty of shoe pairs to choose from. There's our glitch man right here. I don't want to touch him. We'll just have to shoot him straight in the face. Complete impunity. And there's just one emerald. It's an annoyance, an enormous annoyance to ghost in this place. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure the dark level had our vault, huh? That sucks. I wonder how many people went for it. It was a really tough level to get around. Maybe if I had not spent my ropes, it would have been much easier to traverse. Hey, we got a jetpack. Don't freeze me, brother. Get away from me. You want to grab that? Oh, that's a curiously placed store. Curiously placed store, my friendo. Don't know if you get a whole lot of traffic around here. With the alien presence, kind of drives the customers away, doesn't it? Kind of a terrible location for your store. Damn it. What the stupid corpse? Eh! Oh, that was stupid. Oh boy. Pretty sure he's dead now. Yep. That was an extremely dumb moment. Not feeling terribly proud of it. Guess I'll grab that. Crush this Yeti. Yeti. I'll just shoot him straight in the face. Alright. Let's go through here. I want the money, and of course I want the jetpack. Put that bomb right there. For everything, I just now realized we have 48 bombs. That's fantastic. That should get me everything I want. And of course the jetpack gets trapped. Why? Why does Spelunky hate me this way? I just want easy access to all technology. There you go. Yeah. Piece of trash! Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, Luna. That's startled you. Just startled you. My explosive expletive. Well, I am very close to death thanks to the action of very incompetent Cobra dealing. It will be hilarious for me to die. Oh. Hilarious for me to die before we get to the Moa head. That was so friggin' dumb. Alright, that goes in there. Let's go all the way back up. Kinda hard to get back up, huh? Let's see if we can get that stuff. And it goes the right away so we can access that jetpack. Very pleased with getting the jetpack at the very least. And lots of bombs, so, you know, with this bomb load, even though the money has been awful so far, if we get one more good store, we get one more pile of bombs, that city of gold is going to be excellent. So it will definitely make up for the money I didn't get. Yeah, finally, my transformation into a technocrat is complete. What we're going to do is grab every pot, put it right next there to the emerald. The explosion should be glorious. Is there any more pots elsewhere? Or if you blow them up, they break twice? I've been falling behind in explaining that. I've been pretty bad at it. So I need to start mentioning it again. Just like if you whip the gold piles. If you whip the gold piles, you have a chance of picking them out twice. To whip them in a very, very special way, though. That is extremely thoroughly explained in a custom level we did not too long ago. Alright, that should cover the whole thing. I don't think there was a single gem in those two pots. The chances were small, so it's not like missed out big time or anything like that. Oh yeah, that's right, there's 2 rubies down there. Alright. We're in the ice caves. We're trying to make up for all the money that we have lost by not partaking of the vault. I mean, it's also possible it just simply didn't spawn because we went to the black market, but probably it was in the dark level and we missed out on it. Unfortunate indeed. Just get out. Out of here. Hopefully the Moa head will be in this level so that way the lack of health is not going to affect me negatively. There is. Ugh. I did get a little bit of health thanks to Jackie, so it's all good. That seems like a fine bomb to me. I mean, it could have fallen straight into the abyss, so maybe I was a little hasty. It did, didn't it? No, okay, it's there. It's Callie, at last! Oh boy. Callie at last! graces me with her presence. Let's get Dawn back to the exit. Did not have the specs yet, huh? You're one mighty sentry, Mr. Shopkeeper. Let me eliminate you. You managed to grab your shotgun before you went, huh? What a guy. Committed to his rifle. He was in the Marine Corps. He was not going to let go of his rifle. There were many like it, but that one is the one he has stuffed right out his butthole. So, very important for him to keep him. For him to keep it. If I blow those up, okay, they will ultimately fall onto the bouncy platform, so it should be okay to put all my pots right there. Create a pot explosion. Get lots of cash out of it. Hell yeah. The problem with Horizon Zero Dawn, I also looked up how long that one is. And it's... if you're a completionist, it's another 100-hour game. It's like, oh, I can't spend so long playing this game, but I really want to do everything in it. Like, the gameplay itself is a lot of fun, so you kind of want to be a completionist. At least I get that urge to, yeah, I want to do this challenge. Yeah, I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't care about the main story. I don't want to miss out on anything because I'm having a great time. Probably I will not stoop to any kind of bean counting achievements or, you know, finding every collectible. That's where I draw the line on my completionism. I really don't care about collectibles, but activities, if the gameplay is fun, of course, activities, I will definitely want to do it, like side quests and hunting trials and stuff like that. That's totally my bag. If, of course, the gameplay is cool. I don't mind doing menial tasks such as that. I am not a main story type of guy. I will often just turn away from it and not want to advance it for as long as possible, which invariably makes me way over leveled whenever I get around to it. You know, because it's not really designed to be completely neglected. You're just, you know, you do this a little bit and then a little bit of that. That I neglected as long as possible while doing all the other activities around. Invariably will put me in super OP circumstances when I finally get around to it. It's like, oh, what's the Seeker? You're so brave, I'm powerful. I can't believe you faced down that monster. And he was just like 2-shot because I am way over level for the thing. The thing is, that hasn't happened yet. And it probably will not happen because I am playing, because I am a hardcore nerd gamer, I am playing on ultra hard. So I still have quite a lot of difficulty getting rid even of creatures that are way below my level. I used to play on ultra hard all the time. Then I decided, you know what, I think my difficulty level is one below really hard. And now that I've gotten more experience with video games, I'm kind of going back and putting in as hard difficulty as I can. And games like that, it will also depend on the game a lot, because some games all they do is increase damage received, lower the damage output that you do, and that's just boring. But games like RimWorld, it just becomes a completely different game. Strategy games, tactical games, they completely change if you put them on a harder, much harder difficulty level. Suddenly you have to use every tool at your disposal, and I like that. I like that quite a lot. Just making it through the encounter by the skin of your teeth, dying a bunch of times until you encounter the strategy. You find the strategy that works for you. And if it's a roguelite, you just have to restart all over again and get good. So, most of the time I will be like, yeah, just set up that difficulty as hard as you can make it. I'll learn, baby. I'll get good. I'll get it down. Kali is here. There's a billion Yetis. Thank goodness I remembered to do this before leaving. I would have been very, very sad to neglect her atrocitus. Magnificence. Atrocitus is totally a word. Don't question me. There's the Kapala. Very happy to harvest some Blargh. There's been no more ahead, right? Let me do another pass. Pretty damn certain there has been no more ahead, but Moai head. Alright, we're in the clear. Let's get out of here. Another thing I reinstalled recently was Starcraft 2. Do you guys know that Starcraft 2 is 100% free to play as long as you don't care about the campaign? Starcraft 2, completely free to play. You can just go into the Battle.net client, download it, play as much Starcraft 2 as you want to play, as long as you don't care about playing through the campaign. Which is pretty good, but I feel... Is it because I was younger, or is it because they got worse? I don't know, but the campaign in Brood War, the classic Starcraft experience, the narrative, the writing, everything was so much better then. Like, Starcraft 2 got insanely cheesy. Like, it's so schlocky. The campaign, so much so that I just completely lost interest. It was so poorly written. I could not stand it. And it's like, did I enjoy this before? And it was the same quality, but I was younger and did not have enough of a grasp of English and narrative structure and cliches and all that stuff, that I just never noticed how bad it was? Or did it just get awful in between games? Because that's something also that I noticed with World of Warcraft. I was a pretty hardcore World of Warcrafter. You know, was in a progression guild and all that stuff. Raided Karazhan all through Burning Crusade and then the Lich King. All that stuff. Bleeding edge of my server. Not really. We were pretty middling, but we did, you know, get that progression done. Became a job. Usual burnout story. Stopped playing World of Warcraft entirely. Not really shortly after that. I still enjoyed it now and then, but it was like the beginning of the end, getting burned out there. But anyway, in World of Warcraft as well, it became such a cheese fest, especially as much when they started emphasizing so much the cutscenes. It's like, holy crap, if you're going to cram so many cutscenes in your game, at least be good at it. At least. Get some good writing in there. Holy moly, is this awful. And I was just wondering, is it me? Or is it you, Blizzard? Is it me or is it you that got bad? Holy crap. So yeah, StarCraft 2, I was interested in the campaign in Wings of Liberty. It was alright. Wings of Liberty was alright. Then Heart of the Swarm, Kerrigan just got gutted. It was an awful, awful story for Kerrigan. Did not enjoy it. So I was like, screw it. I'm kind of done. I'm done with the campaign. So never even bought Legacy of the Void, which is the Protoss-centric narrative. But I always enjoyed StarCraft 2. I reinstalled it recently. I did not even get through all the there's this little system that determines how good you are, so it will rank you against players of your kind. And only 2 games in, I realized, hey, maybe I want to not do my absolute best, so that way I can trump some noobs and feel good about myself for a while, until people that have been playing for 20 years now, they show up and show me exactly how the game is played. So I'm pretty certain I will just botch those games against the AI to make sure that I can just steamroll over people that are below my skill level, because that's the only way that I can feel alive and like I am worth anything, by beating up people that are worse at video games than me. That is just, that's just the way I need to live. I need to accept that I'm a pathetic scumbag like that. There you are. Nah, I won't do it. I won't do it. I have too much heart. But anyway, I'm like, yeah, let's see how far I can get in the ladder. I'm not good by any means, and I don't really even have the time to play it, so I might just not even touch it. But the intention is there. The intention is there. I have never, ever, ever even played a single online match of StarCraft. All that way back when I was growing up, a wee little boy, a wee little lad in the Canary Islands. I introduced people in my classroom to StarCraft, and they got so obsessed that they ended up beating me because they became so much better than me, and that's when I stopped playing it because I couldn't bear the people that I had taught to play to suddenly be completely wrecking me. It was just too humiliating. I couldn't handle it. I'm too fragile. My ego cannot bear such things. Trying really hard to do something like this. Yeah. Haha. That was a sweet move, if I do say so myself. I am stoking my own fire. I am tooting my own penis. So, is that the way the saying goes? I forget. But it's totally true. It's totally true. Good stuff. Yeah. If you ever want to, this is totally a fabrication. I'm pretty sure that it's not. You need to actually give the numbers tag, right? But anyway, my name is unwashed on the StarCraft 2 ladder. I very much doubt that you'll ever see me there. So, but I would be interested, just out of curiosity, if there's anybody out there among you fellas that plays some StarCraft 2 and is pretty damn good at it. The stats at the end of the game said that I have a 70 actions per minute, so that should tell you the extent of my skill playing StarCraft. Mind you, that is me playing 2 StarCraft matches, so it's not like that's the peak of my ability. I don't want to sell myself short here, but I'm pretty sure, like, knowing myself and knowing the extent of my ability, I think I would probably cap at 150 actions per minute when I know exactly what I'm doing in StarCraft. Like, at my very peak of skill, 150 APM sounds reasonable. Like, I can probably perform twice as well as I am performing right now when I'm starting out. But there's zero chance of me ever becoming an incredible master. I also feel like I'm terrible at microing stuff. This is all like inside baseball. You have zero interest in StarCraft, but macro is being able to build lots of units and an industrial complex quickly. Microing is handling your individual units with skill and precision. I am awful at microing. I am the worst. I misclick all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. So I think if I were to make it like in a competitive way, that's just going to drop my gems into the garbage. Why did I do that? That was dumb. I didn't realize it will all drop into the abyss. That was so dumb. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if I were to like be a tryhard and get absolutely as good as I can possibly get at StarCraft 2 or any strategy game for that matter, I will have to 100% focus on a really strong macro game and completely forget about microing. Just create lots of units with good upgrades and kind of throw them at the enemy and overwhelm them that way. Man, you're stupid. You deserve salvation. In fact, let me just whip you a little bit. Just a little bit of discipline. He appreciates it. He likes structure. Puppies need structure. I provide it with my whip. Just like I provide structure with my backhand with my wife. Put that from there. And 1, 2. That should take care of this idiot. Also, not destroy my sweet, sweet loot. There was a distinct possibility that all that stuff could have ended at the bottom of the abyss because I was a complete idiot. And I completely neglected, too, to move this pot. Shame on me. Alright, let's just grab every gem. Grab every gem. Have a good time. all kinds of money. Already it looks like it's going to be a terrible seat though, because look at the amount. Look at the amount of money I have before the mothership that is garbage. Actually, I might get very close to 700,000 here, thanks to this vault. Not really. If you leave the mothership, if you enter the mothership less than 700,000, it's a garbage seed that's not going to be competitive at all. So, not pleased. Not pleased at all. Let's get this emerald right here. I think I can get it without too much complication. Why? Why does my parachute always want to activate? I was 100% under control of that fall. It should let me activate it. I wonder if that would be a good addition or a bad addition to Spelunky. For you to be able to control when the parachute, there's a specific key that lets you set off the parachute and then take it off. Will that be good? A good feature? Or is the parachute for idiots like me that just are going to take full damage but get parachuted to safety? Probably will be a bad addition to the Spelunky gameplay. Let you control when the parachute goes off, because you'll always forget it. Right, it seems like we're done. There's also a sapphire here. Was there a person? No. There's a filthy yeti though. That deserves death. Alright. This level is looking good. We're going to enter the mothership. Everything's looking great. 2 daily challenges in a row in which I don't immediately humiliate myself. That seems like a damn positive to me. We are already victorious because I didn't just die to spikes in the mines. I did not get eaten by a plant in the jungle. Right there. Pure victory. Always like going up this shaft by handling both sides in a very heroic manner. Alright. Create explosions. Watch my enemies get obliterated by their own hand. I love it. Get wrecked. Every single one of you. Love this place. All-time favorite level. Terrible. One of these days I'll whip those piles like a pro. Today is not one of those days. It's pretty sad. I don't think I've whipped a single one correctly today. We even had that giant tutorial to whip gold piles properly. I learned nothing. We should be very habituated to that. Money. Get an explosion right there. Get that sweet plasma cannon. Then we'll make some room for me to clear out this fat bitch sitting on her ass, blasting me with her psychic nonsense. This is a commentary on a land whale. Just sitting on a couch, doing nothing of worth, just delegating. My mother-in-law literally was like that all through my wives growing up. Like, there's some real complicated relationship that they have. I'm not going to elaborate too much. I don't know if she feels all that comfortable with that, but she did grow up in an abusive home. Oh boy. My wife's story is movie material. I have told it quite a few times, but I'm always just constantly fascinated. I will out of the blue just think about it, and it's like, how is she even alive? How is she even a functioning member of society? She grew up in Korea. Her father was not around. Her mother tried her best, but had to give her up for adoption. But she didn't intend for it to be permanent. It was some weird misunderstanding. She fully expected to get them back, but she never did, and they just never spoke again. This time, her mother would be 80-something, and my wife is extremely conflicted about making the attempt to find her and and get closure on that, because it's not just you find her, you have a conversation, and it's over. It's like you are introducing a mother into your life that you have never had. That's complicated shit. That's not like a trivial decision like I'm going to do it. It's like, do I want to have a mother into my life that has been estranged for 70 years? No, it's not 70 years, I'm stupid. It's been estranged for 30 years plus. 70 years is how long the mother will be. But my mother's not my mother. My wife's not 70. My wife does sometimes feel like my mother, though. Like most women might feel about their husbands at times, that they are perhaps questionable in their decision making. But anyway, it's an enormous decision, right? It's not something trivial. You'll get the usual comment of, have you tried to contact her and talk to her and stuff? It's like, you don't understand. This is a Korean lady she hasn't seen in 35 years. Because, well, actually, she was given up at when she was 5. She left Korea, or was it 7? I forget now. It was a young age, and there's no resentment of, oh, she abandoned me. Like, it was obvious she was going through a really tough time, and she made the worst decision of her life by having to give up her girls, her twin sisters. So she gave up 2 girls. But it seems, because she still has a letter from her that she fully intended to get her back when she got better, but maybe she just never got back. Or rather, that she was told that they would only be like in foster care or whatever, in an orphanage for a little while, and she'll be able to make contact again. Anyway, it's a massive life-altering decision unless you decide to make contact and then cut off contact, which would be probably worse than never making contact. like, yeah, here I am, I'm alive, I don't want to talk to you ever again. It's like, that probably feels worse. Of course, she's also conflicted because you want to let this person know, hey, I'm alive and I'm well. I have a perfectly or mostly happy life with a husband that only abuses me on Thursdays. So, you know, stepping up in that life ladder, but you want that, but then you also are like, am I prepared to make this? What if she only speaks Korean? Like, all her English is completely gone, because she used to speak okay English. Actually, hilarious. It's completely hilarious in a heartbreaking way because it's broken English. So she's talking about this extremely serious matter, but she's using words that make no sense. And, you know, at this point, my wife, she laughs about it, but it is pretty tragic. But anyways, she goes through all that, gets that on top of her conscience, and then goes into foster care in the US. And let's say that the homes are not ideal. She was in a place that was absolutely atrocious. So much stuff. One of the reasons why, as twin sisters, they're extremely close, because her sister took a lot of punishment to save her from it. So, you know, they have this really tight bond. So they got through that. They survived that. Went back into foster care. There was some really good people, but they didn't end up with them. Instead, they wound up being adopted by Alaska homesteaders. They are right now part of a 27-member family. Might be 30 by now. They just kept adopting kids. And you might think, oh, a homestead in Alaska, how rustic, how romantic. Yeah, maybe. If it hadn't been such an abusive environment. Like, it wasn't as bad as before, and they turned out okay. But the stuff that was going on in that homestead, better left for a 500-page expose on the dangers of homeschooling. Because holy crap, like, I'm not against homeschooling. Sometimes it's the right choice for your family, But yeah, that homestead could have really benefited from these kids being in the public system, being in the public eye, and being supervised by people that were not these humans that are my parents-in-law. And it's another complicated relationship because they weren't all bad, but sometimes they were extremely bad. So, you know, she has this conflicted mindset about them, that she has good memories and she has awful memories. And the bad definitely drowns the good. That's why she's barely in contact with them. So many pots here. So many delicious pots. I need to smoke the crap out of these pots. Oh yeah, when I blow them up to smithereens, I am no drug-consuming degenerate. If you smoke pot, don't at me. You are a disgusting drug addict and you deserve death. Death penalty for all drug addicts like you. You purveyor of filth. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. Not really sidetracked. I think I'm pretty much done with that story. Because then, you know, she survived that. Wonderful. Here's a small glimpse of that relationship. They dropped them off when they were 18. Like, they were getting a bit mouthy, complaining about the conditions. The terrible conditions. And I'm not talking about, rebellious teens. They, of course, are going to be kind of, oh boy, that's right, the trigger, the Yeti triggers that. 0! So many pots and 0 gems, huh? You scum. What's I saying? Oh yeah, I'm usually have the thought that, yeah, teens are always complaining and they have no idea how good they have it. Nah, they have a very good reason to kind of rebel against the system. But the parents are, oh yeah, really? You don't like it so well? Here you go, $18. Fend for yourself in town. And they just drop them off. They just drop them off in Fairbanks with $18 in their pocket and nothing, absolutely nothing else. No house, no job, absolutely nothing. And they just survived. They just survived through that. They got jobs, they got a house. You know, it was a ratty, horrendous crack house kind of place, but it was their place that they were renting. So they managed to pull through. And of course, siblings, some of which have been just disowned from the family. They behaved in such abhorrent ways. They would crash into their place because they didn't have it all that great either. But they would take advantage of them, stealing from them and stuff. And it's like they finally put their foot down and just toss them out. And like, they have been through. They've been through some shit. They've been through some shit. Oh boy! That's a thing that I've always admired. Like, it's always kind of in the back of my head. My was like she's the sweetest girl. She is so harmless, and she relies on me for a lot of stuff. And you know, she, like, it's always kind of in the back of my mind. Like, yeah, she is sweet and harmless, and sometimes she can be an airhead for certain things. But it's always in the back of my mind, like, this woman is one formidable, tough chick that you know, she will pull through no matter what. So there's always that measure of respect in the back of my mind. Like, I know what she's capable of. So I never feel like, you know, even in our worst arguments, it's kind of always a presence there. I mean, that measure of respect for what she's been through. It's hard to explain. I don't know. I think I'm getting it across okay. Something to always have in mind. And with that, I'm going to stop talking about that. There's no climax here because the story is still ongoing. Thankfully, it's not Like, there's no ending to the story. Hopefully there's an ending to the suffering. Even though there has been some health problems that we're dealing with and shit, but, you know, it's all good so far. Definitely not something to discuss in a public forum, just suffice to say. There's been some scares. It's all good. At this particular juncture, it's all good. My plasma cannon must come with me. I must have it. Always get a little weird talking about her. Don't want to disclose anything that she will yell at me for, because her wrath is not to be trifled with. I have spent several months inside a cage being fed only stale bread, so I would really rather not suffer the consequences of her ire. Almost full strain to that spike pit. You know what? I have a plasma cannon. There's a Kali altar. I even have invigoration, I believe, unless I have been drinking a lot of blood. So let's just piss off Kali, because there could be some ghosting Olmec / Yama in the future if I am bold and adventurous enough. That was one long ass level, 7 minutes and 22 seconds. Luna is just draped over my forearm. She's cutting circulation to my hand. Luna, that's terribly uncomfortable. How are you comfortable that way? How are you comfortable? Her hand is over the arm and her head is just like a lump resting on my wrist. It's like, why? Why are you like this, cat? Why can't you be just adorably curled up on my lap instead of just sprawled out, making my hand lose blood flow? Terribly conducive to the success of this run. You know what? You know what? Nah, I'm like, oh yeah, let's dupe. It's like, nah, there's no point in duping unless you have a very good seed. That's, I think, the only time I'm going to do it. Like, I get a really good seed, so I'm like, hell yeah, let's maximize the amount of money that I get, and we're going to get at some dupes going. Right now I have $800,000. That's trash. It's not going to be successful in any meaningful way. Let's simply continue our usual destruction without gathering every gem. I already got all these damn leaves anyway. You don't want to destroy the trees. They create the leaves that are pretty much indestructible unless you crush them very, very thoroughly. And even then, sometimes they just glitch out. Stupid leaves. Destroying all these pots when I shouldn't. Not whipping those ingots when I shouldn't. Whatever, man. Whatever. Just destroy everything. Don't really care. To this day, I'm nervous about being in front of this lava torrent. And you should be, damn it. There's freaking lava pouring in front of your face like that. That will give me pause. In real life, I don't see how Spelunky can stand it. I would like to murder Anubis. I would like to giant plasma splooge to reach his rat face. Ow. Don't fry my brain, you weirdo. The shopkeeper has been thoroughly murdered by environmental hazards. Very happy about that. Continues destroying everything. Looks like an extremely easy temple level. You just gotta destroy the whole thing. Oh, well, that sucks. Grab that. Oh, yeah, get wrecked. I think it was a ruby, though, so it's among all the things that would have been lost. That's the least bad. Eat it! Oh, okay. Was poorly timed. Well, I'm glad that I did that, not while being chased by the ghost. So much stuff going on. So much stuff. We're going to spend some time wrecking this place. Wow. Slightly mistimed. Almost paid the ultimate prize there. That would have been awful. stuff is so good. Anything up there? Nothing. Anything up here? Nothing. Just lots of gems over there. Happy to get some bombs. Wreck the entirety of the level, please. The big money ingots. Fully worth it. Small ones, not so much. Let's get in there. Is there a crush block? No. We're safe. Like, I think there was 0 crush blocks. I vaguely remember seeing one that we destroyed from a distance. Other than that, no crush blocks whatsoever. Always nice to see. Let's destroy this whole thing. Is there a reason to destroy the whole thing? I don't think so. Just cleaning up the space. My shots can continue going through. That's obviously triggered. There's Ruby. There's a whole bunch in the corner there, so we gotta explode it. Alright. Oh, son of a bitch! I didn't see it with the leaves. It camouflaged. Womp womp. Nice ghosted diamonds. Let's ghost all the stuff at the bottom here. I really like how the torrent just keeps going. The collision, small detail of the Spelunky engine. How it's not just a sprite in the background. It took a little bit of programming, I'm sure. The torrent just keeps going down until they encounter some ground. Appreciate it. Might as well save this guy. Because he's been a good boy. And I reward good boys. I reward them with freedom from life. Completely blasted his brain in an instant. I think that's the best way to go because life is suffering, so I eliminated his suffering. That's all that happened there. You might think that was a psychopathic thing to do, but instead it was a kindness. It was me being an empathetic human being. Well, I wanted to grab it, but I was an idiot. Alright, are we done ghosting yet? It's been quite a lot of work. Oh boy. Still 3 rubies over there. Let me go grab my plasma cannon. Also a little bit of money there. And a pot. I mean, we've been working this hard. We've been working this hard. And I still haven't broken a million. I haven't even broken 900,000. Shameful. Absolutely shameful. There's the money. That's good enough. There's also an emerald down there. Let's play crack the corpse's skull against the wall. A good old family game. We used to play every Christmas. The required equipment is corpse, baseball bat. 911, nice deal. Everybody takes turns. Whoever cracks the skull gets the prize, which is eating the entrails. I think we're done. What do you mean? You didn't play that when you were a kid? It was very regional. It's a very regional festivity. We're done. The City of Gold awaits. Looking forward to such things. The adventure is going to be glorious. 42 bombs, you know, we didn't make it not very good. It's good-ish. Well, that's not what I intended. I should have seen that coming. But I did. That garbage. You know, your paw trapped. There you go. Her paw was trapped in my shirt. And she kept trying to dislodge it. It was a very traumatic experience for her and for me because she was clawing me. I think this will work. Yeah, murder that guy. And then we'll go all the way to the bottom. Also murder that guy. If there's something custom levels taught me, it's to not be afraid of the scepter. They taught me to handle it so nicely. Well, that's not what I wanted either. I didn't want that guy to turn around. Blow that up. They really taught me the mechanics of the scepter. I mostly feel pretty safe using it. I used to just regard it as a stick full of death that it was nearly impossible to control. At this time in my life, I'm like, yeah, the scepter, excellent choice. Excellent choice to dispose of obstacles. Let's get the scepter to the exit. There's quite a lot of stuff to get out of the walls, and we have 10 bombs to spare. Should have been impaled there. I have no business not suffering damage there, but thankfully this Spelunky gods took pity on my soul. Of course, we want to get into the vault. Seems like a reasonable bound. There we go. That's also one there. Might as well. Put one right there. Gather all them delicious bombs. I mean, all these delicious gems. There's so many of them. I'm not going to get that sapphire because that is just death. We'll get these though. I might as well get the ghost coming from this side. Get all that junk ghosted. Feeling pretty good. I mean, the seed is not great in the overall scheme of things. It has been a pretty good run for me personally. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying myself. Using one bomb for one gem because of the old rule of thumb. Any bomb over 30 gets used just to get an extra gem ghosted. Because there's only so many good bombs you can place in the City of Gold. And I pretty much arbitrarily guessed that 30 was a good time. It's a good threshold to start spending them this way. But you can definitely argue against that. And I've never gotten a clap back on that. I'm kind of surprised. Nobody has ever said, you know what, you should save a few more bombs. Nobody has ever spoken to the opposite. Nobody's ever reinforced that. I think it's just nobody gives a damn. That is the answer there. Hey, we got 1 million. That's good. I'm pleased for that. On a way, I'm going into this place of death. There's a crate there that I'm never going to help myself to. Let's go around this ghost. Everything's good. Let's create a shortcut there because there's a bunch of gems over there that I did not ghost. We gotta do it. It is in the contract. You sign up in the EULA when you start up Spelunky. This is a real thing. There's a terms of service. End user EULA. End user license agreement. That's what it stands for. The end user license agreement of Spelunky that you sign up for simply by starting up the game. That box is insta-ticked. Is that you have to do your absolute best whenever you start the daily challenge, or Derek you himself will come to your house and punch you straight in the nose. It's in there. You just go watch it, go read them. Absolutely, actually don't go read it. Just take my word for it. This is not fake news at all. You just go read it. Just believe me. Terms of service are there. If you don't do your absolute best in the daily challenge, Derek Q has the right to punch you in the nose and have Prima Nocta, not Perna Nocta. Oh, this fireman is making me have a heart attack over here, but it all worked out. Alright, we're good to go. Kind of a weird policy to include there, but you know, he put it there, and if you play this game, you are agreeing to it. Prima Nocta and being entitled Derek Q is the truth. Kind of tragic, kind of scummy, to be honest with you, but I think it's a perfectly reasonable price to pay to play this game. No! My bug! You disgusting mummified piece of garbage. dare you threaten my butt? That's triggered. Okay. So good. Well, that was dumb. I whipped and I hit the button. It just didn't go through. Well, what that was about. I just hit it too early. That's what happened. Damn, look at all this junk. We're just going to start bombing from the very top. No, you idiot. I didn't want to jump. Stupid. Dumb. Luna, have I told you you stink? You need to brush your teeth more often. Luna. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Don't look up at me like you're innocent. You smell. I know, I realize that's probably my fault as a bad pet owner. That your breath smells. But that's where I draw the line. I will never brush a pet's teeth. That just sounds creepy to me. Like, pets don't brush their teeth in the wild. Why are you brushing your pet's teeth? I don't get it. Like, get them food that keeps them clean. that's a good option. Oh no, how bullshitty that is. The entire keeps your pet's teeth clean because of the garbage that we put in it. Is that complete BS? Is that just marketing? I wonder. Got me though. I want my cat to have their teeth clean. Never even ever heard of cats or pets in general getting tooth infections and tooth problems and bad teeth in general. Of course, I haven't had that much experience with it, so you can totally illuminate me in the comments if you ever had a pet whose mouth who had bad teeth, you know, and they had to go to the veterinary dentist. No, already. The ghost is here. Already. Man, this is so good. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the money. Look at the money in this city of gold. This is such a great city of gold. Wow. Incredible. It's triggered. I just served this bug. I'm going to grab it. It's just solid gold. This entire middle of the city of gold is just solid from one corner to the other. Damn, wish I had more bombs than that, than what I have. Wish I had the plasma cannon. Don't fly me, brother. Don't you fly me. With that crush trap as well. I'm going into unknown territory, and you never should in the city of gold, especially with the, I mean, with the ghost at your back, of course. There, let's get that. Kill the freaking mummy as well. I'm getting myself trapped like a moron because I am being far too hasty. I don't think I have time to descend there. Mr. Shopkeeper's still alive, huh? Maybe piss him off with some gold dropping onto his head. Only 8 bombs to go. That's right, we did gather some pods over there. Let's continue gathering pods. Continue gathering pods. Of course. That was a 40 place bomb. That's not going to get as much as I wanted. Is this open? It is open. It's a straight line. Straight line to Mr. Shopkeeper's nonsense. So it should be really, really easy. It should be extremely easy to murder that guy once we piss him off, because he'll be roaming all over that area. Oh, there was a gem there. I don't think it was ghosted. Womp womp. So the aim right now, pick piece off that shopkeeper, and also really stupid mummy. This city of gold, I don't think I've ever seen a city of gold as rich as this one. It is one of the best city of golds that I've ever seen. Ever in my life. My entire Spelunky career. Really? Really? pretty sure your butt went toward that gem there, Miss Ghosty. Holy crap. You're slacking. You could have farted in that direction and gotten that ghosted, but no. Alright. Guess we'll do another pass later. I really want to get in here. I want that crush trap to go. But it's kind of a challenge. Kind of a challenge. I want to crush any of my gems. There. Now we can stand on top of there and destroy that. Wow. What a chore. There you are. Yeah, perfect. Let's get that gem as well. Oh, look at all this gold! It's so silly. It's just silly. And just heartbreaking I can't get into it. I mean, I might be able to get a little bit, but not gonna have enough to destroy the whole thing. Ooh. Itchy nose. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Give me that shotgun. Let's dispose of this mustachioed meat. With a little bit of care. Well, he's just gonna kill himself with a ticket trap, huh? He's not. You can't outrun these bullets. You aim faster than a bullet, even if you have your pumped up kicks. He's dead. You run, but you are not faster than my gun. Got a nice sweet ruby here, and then we're going to just dig into the middle. Get as much money as possible. Man, this city of gold kind of turned everything around. I was like, this city is garbage, but it contains the most beautiful city of gold ever conceived. I'd love to know if you've had an even better city of gold where money content is concerned. Never seen it this good. In the face! I laugh at your sadness. Andrew, get wrecked. I have money now. I don't need you. Alright. Boom bombs. Still worth it to just get the gems out. Even though it's not efficient bombing. And I think we're just going to count on Olmec having some bombs. We're going to put ourselves down to 6. Because this city of gold is unreal. This solid gold. Oh, that's a terrible place because that's gonna happen. Womp womp. I'm an idiot. Alright. Another good spot is this corner right here. I think we're done. We're done with that nonsense. We could have done some duplications here. But like I said, it's just, it ain't worth the time when the sea is not magnificent. But hey, you know, with a super rich city of gold like this, what if I had gotten like 600,000 out of it? That would have totally pulled the run ahead of many others. Anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbled today. 1.425. Pretty damn great. If we manage to, if we get lots of bombs here, we can go through hell and maybe get quite a bit of chump change from hell, but it's very unlikely. At this rate, it's like, what's even the point of ghosting through hell? Like we know it's not going to be all that great. The final score, yeah, some bombs, sweet. I keep forgetting to whip. Like the further I go, it's so uncanny. I don't try to whip the gold piles when their value goes up so much. Makes no sense. There you are. These Spelunky long sessions, though, really cutting into my other game recording. Can I get that Spelunky? Can I get that Spelunky content? Good to go. Where is the super muncher? Right here. Love to see that cascade happen. Absolutely beautiful. We get a sapphire for our trolls. Alright. 3 bombs to spare, that's alright. Enough to get through the inevitable ticket trap disaster in the level generation, right? Off to hell we go. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Damn. I think it's safe to say, though, we don't really need to... Over here? Yeah, yank sheet disposed of. Pretty awful. That was perhaps not the wisest thing I ever did in my life. It's so finicky and dumb. So finicky and dumb. 1 bomb to go. Yeah, we're probably just grabbing everything, aren't we? Yeah. 1 bomb. And no desire to stretch as far as I can, so let's simply get done. I think there's just no good options to ghost here. It's not gonna happen. Pop! Kaboomo! In the face! Jack, are you a decoy? It's a trap! Okay, he was a trap. I shot before. Wow, really? There's no exit, huh? Alright, we'll go the normal way. I went through all the shenanigans. There was no exit. This hell level, so compact. So full of danger. We have been amuleted, so we can just drop into that pool of lava. Still to this day, it makes me extremely uncomfortable to do it. Like, are you sure it's gonna work? Every time. I think there's a shopkeeper right here. Yep. And he's a problem shopkeeper. What the? Stupid climbing gloves almost got me killed. That would have been the worst. Getting super pummeled at the very end. Don't turn around, fella. I must murder you. Alright, looking good. Nothing here. It's just a matter of racing to the exit at this point. Ooh, but I will grab that idol. Can't help myself. I love grabbing those idols. If it's a cradle with a baby and it's unattended, I must grab it. Must have it. Really leads to a lot of problems in the basement, but you know, as long as I don't pay attention to it, we're good. As long as I throw oats in the trough, they'll be well fed. It's another shopkeeper. He is in the way of my progress. I can totally get out of there. Somehow these bats are super ninjas. They are completely avoiding damage by this maniac. Is there a way I can deal with this guy without driving myself insane? I keep wasting every single parachute I get. Oh, Major Stupid was the real deal. Go away, vampire. This guy is a nightmare, and I hate him. Man, this might have been the easiest hell idol I've ever seen in my life. I guess that's one way to get it done. We'll go back to the shotgun and just completely disregard the danger. I think that's the way to go about it. When you don't know what to do about a shopkeeper, disregard the danger. Behave like everything's under control, and it just might work out in your favor. Good stuff. Whoever knew? Ignoring danger is the way to go. Didn't even try to time that right. Yeah, I did that. I did try a little bit to time that right, but it wasn't a harrowing experience. I was just pretty relaxed through my encounter with death. Guess that's how I am. That's how edgy. How powerful. Oh, Callie, you're here a little too late. Pissing you off serves no purpose right now. There was no second altar in the way. Man, a bomb there yields me so much stuff. It's good stuff. I might just go for it. Keep forgetting to whip those. What is this nonsense passage? Absolute trash. Circumstances. All these places full of danger. This is don't call it help or nothing. What the hell do you expect? A line of kittens ready to lick you in the face? That might be hellish though. Have you ever felt a cat's tongue? Are you a cat's person? A cat person? Cat's tongue ain't nothing to be scoffed at. It is very rough sometimes. They start licking you and it feels alright, but it will take no time at all for it to feel really raw and terrible. They're little torture devices, these little fellows. Never get a cat. They're evil. Oh, dang it. Alright. It's all good. Yeah. Let's go all the way up there. To the bottom. Always love to destroy this place with bottom bombs, even though it's significantly more challenging. I mean, not like it's challenging, it's just more challenging than the usual methodology. Easy as hell, though. Alright. Hello, Mr. Yama. Oh, you like a massive explosion in your face. I am being really bad, though, because there's a big chance of getting utterly wrecked by spikes, like a vampire throws you into spikes. So is there even a way to eliminate noise here? Probably you gotta destroy all the chains? Are chains noise? Probably not. You do this, you gotta destroy the balls and chains though. The balls unchained. I don't know. I don't know why I'm grabbing these, but I am doing it. They're crates, they're loot, I must have it. Let's whip that together and make a cursory. It makes no sense to even try. Oh, we got. And with a jetpack, okay. Alright, looking good. Everything's great. Thank you, ball and chain, spike chain, for making my life easier. Very happy that we got to the end. The daily challenge. Holy crap, what an adventure. We got 1.8 million. Still not good enough to make it to my all-time. Oh, super stretch. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Luna, I won. Aren't you going to congratulate me? No? You just want to sleep in peace? Well, she is licking me, so that must be your way to congratulate me on my daily challenge, right, Luna? You really care. You care about it. Got a high score. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? Yeah, a good kitty. Ugh, your breath stinks, Luna. Hey! Get me out of there. Position number 2. Who was it that beat me? Pepper with 2 million? How dare you, Pepper? You and I were rivals forever until the end of time. I'll find you.